Hi, my name is Kenlis. Today I'll be talking to you about how I was able to convince my mom to get a dog. This started around last year, around August, I would say. My mom's a very, my mom doesn't like dogs. She doesn't like cats, dogs. She's allergic, so that's like the main reason why she didn't want a dog. But I knew if I was consistent enough, I would be able to convince her to get a dog. So the main point I brought up to her was I have a lot of anxiety, and I would watch videos on how animals would help with that anxiety. So basically, I would explain to her, a lot of times I have to stay home alone. I get very anxious. I don't like being alone. And I knew getting a dog, it would help me not be so anxious all the time since I was home alone. So then she'll tell me like, no, like we'll get cameras. Like she'll always have for everything I had, she'll always have a solution. So I'm like, okay, I need to try a different way. I need to be more consistent because I knew if I kept pushing it, she would let me get a dog. So then some points she would bring up to me where you're not responsible enough. And before getting that dog, I didn't have any other pets. So it was a first thing, like it's a first time. So I wasn't sure. I had kind of had, I kind of knew what I was getting myself into, but I didn't know like to what extent. She would just tell me like, you're not responsible enough. Like taking care of a dog takes a lot of responsibility. But I was like, I'm grown. I know that I can take care of a dog. And then her other point that she brought up to me was dogs, animals in general, are very expensive because you have to take them to the vet. They have to get their shots. If they get sick, you have to take them to the vet, and then plus their food. So I was like, no, like, I got a job. I'm good. I feel like I am financially stable enough to get a dog. So I was able to convince her. Eventually, I kept pushing it. Some points I would cry to her and I'll keep telling her like please, and then I'll keep bringing these points up to her, and eventually she gave in. She said yes, and we got the dog. We love him. She loves him very much right now. Like she does not want anything, like she loves the dog, which is kind of crazy, like to look at a year ago where she kept yelling at me no no no, and then now she just loves the dog. So when we first got him, my mom was a lot of getting used to in the house. I got a Shih Tzu, and we keep his hair keeps short, so like she is allergic, but it's not like interfering with anything with her. Well, but when we did get him, he was sick. I think it was worms he had. So I did have to take him to the vet. It was a little bit expensive because he was a puppy, so we had to get medicine. The total came out to like around I would say 300 around there. I can't pinpoint the price, but I was able to pay it off. My mom was able to help me out a little bit with it, but a year later she's happy, we're all happy, and I'm just really glad I was able to convince her to get the dog. I'm proud like that I kept pushing it and pushing it, and all that consistency I had every day asking her and asking her. I knew I was able to accomplish it, and I did. So yeah, that's how I was able to convince my mom to get a dog. Thank you.